Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. So, the last video was recorded at the end of July 2024, and it is currently December of the same year. The new DLC has come and gone. Played through all of that, started doing a ton of like deathless stuff, but I thought it was about time that we get back on this problem. So one of the things that stopped us from coming back to this, though, is that I worked all the way through my controller. Like, it is dead. It has such bad stick drift. And what's funny is I thought stick drift was always I always thought it was a physical thing where the stick like physically would not come back, but it's like a digital thing. The sticks feel great. They feel awesome. In fact, I'm going to give this controller to my kids to play with because it feels great. Not that they would notice that, but it is toast. The left stick is completely toast. It doesn't register being all the way forward, which is obviously a problem. So I'm just running around and every once in a while I'll just hurt, and then like I'll be standing here and it'll just. Obviously these are problems. So I tried to make the Switch controller. I started playing Elden Ring on the Switch controller. Don't know why it wasn't working this time. That wasn't working, so I actually dug up an old wired Xbox 360 controller, and that is how I'm playing right now. So we're back. It's been a while since I've played the whole pots thing. I did just a little bit of practice, about 2 minutes of practice of remembering how to do my sequence here, my various power-up sequence. The DLC brought with it a ton of new tech for, oh my god, I don't know why I thought that would be an invisible wall. I've been playing too many easy, like, games for babies where they put invisible walls everywhere. Yeah, so, the DLC brought a ton of new tech for this build. However, I would like to finish at least Godfrey with just the original game stuff. We wanted to do all remembrances anyway, so Moog was already on our hit list. I think that Radagon / Elden Beast fight is not going to be possible without using the new tech from the DLC. So I'd at least like to get in there and see some of the math. Like doing the math on paper is all well and good, but it's stuff like it's hard to predict stuff like how many pots can I get in before my buffs start decaying, and then how many of those pots are like reliable to get in that time because Radagon dodges or stuff like that. So it's better to just get in there and start seeing where we're at. I figure with Godfrey here, 2 freezing pots is enough to activate ice on him, which is, I think it's going to be a good idea. We're just going to stick with the magic pots. When we go for Radagon, I think we're going to have to spec back into fire. And there's an interesting reason why. I don't know. One of the reasons why is that if I stick to strength, I can use the round rock big pot, which scales S off of strength. Gotta love that. And it's physical damage, which the Elden Beast only has 10% reduction to, as opposed to the 40 for all of the various magic types and elemental types. So we also are going to get the big pot helmet, instead of the little pot helmet that I have. Speaking of which, we got to do this. I forgot about this whole thing. So this needs to be sorted like that. And I think it needs to be sorted like that, yeah, so that this switch is a little easier. Yeah, so let's get into it. It's probably going to be a short video today, and just kind of getting back into it. I don't think I'm going to beat Godfrey today. Seriously doubt it, but if we do, that's really cool, and then we'll probably start working on getting ourselves over to the DLC and seeing how many pots we can get without fighting any bosses, and then seeing what bosses we have to fight there to get the pots and the pot tech that we need. So let's just get into it. So first we start off with a couple of these. 1, 2, and none of that is timed. It's only the third one that's part of our timer. So we start off with this guy, then this guy, then this guy, maybe? I forget the sequence. I'll have to look at some of my old videos. Some of this, and then one of these, and then some of this, And then one of these. And then as we enter, we do this. Okay, and we're ready to go. Oh, I gotta stand here. I don't know if I can... Yeah, the Terra Magica might not be worth it because... Ooh, that's nice damage, 2,000. Gotta love that. Because we have to... So the Terra Magica is only gonna work for the first, like, 1 or 2. Oh, that wasn't even... I didn't even get Terra Magica for those first ones. Whoop! 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 Okay, and we're gonna redo this. Oh, jeez. I think this'll do it. Oops. And... dodge. Ah! Okay. Twas nobly fought indeed. That was good. That felt good. Getting him basically to the second phase. One of those pots hit his thigh gap, which is frustrating. But getting him basically to the second phase on the first try, I'll freaking take that. Our first try back. So a good thing about, you know, being a Souls player is that, like, some of this stuff, like the actual timing of throwing the pots and the arc of them and stuff, that definitely is something you need to learn. The rest of it, it's like being good at these games is just being good at these games. So start with this and that, and I think this is the correct setup. Yeah, so the reason why we'd switch over to strength pot or fire pots is because fire pots are the regular pot that scale off of strength, and strength would give us access to the round rock big pot. So I don't know if I made that fully clear. Okay, once, twice, and then start with the longest acting one, and then the next longest acting one, and then the next longest acting one, and then maybe some of this. Oh, it's all, that's nice. All of it's on one mana section. Okay. I feel like the game is not quite as responsive with, damn it, I need to get better at that. Ah! Okay, I missed all of those. That's unfortunate. Oh, this is greedy, this is greedy. And... so what do I lose with Contagious Fury? Okay, that's 200 I lose. Oh, never roll backwards. And... ooh, nice. Oh, I'm out of spicy magic pots. Ah. Okay. Yeah, he's beefy. He's definitely beefy. The problem, so here's, you may wonder why I am not opening with ice. My rationale is that my buffs start wearing off pretty fast, so I want to do as much like damage as possible. If I waste time doing 2 ice pots, especially in the beginning when I might miss, we're wasting valuable like spicy pot time, even though, yeah, I figure I'll transition here. Actually, this is a better idea. So we'll put the ice pots here. No, here. Yeah, I feel like the menuing is not as fast on this controller. And it might just be me being slow. Actually, it might just be me being slow. But other than that, I mean, I've spent so many hundreds of thousands of hours on a 360 controller that it's not bad. Okay, let's yeah, let's get this done. Actually, that is not the sequence that I wanted. I want to go from this pot, from the magic pot to the ice pot. Yeah, the spicy magic pot to that pot. Okay, do that. We do this. We do this. We do this. We do this. do this. Do this. Oh my god, I'm so slow. Okay, there. Let's see if I can. Oh, yeah. Oh, 25! Holy crap. I don't know what is wearing off in that time, but I love it. Okay, I'm gonna switch to freezing now. Never mind. I think once I get the first one that drops to 1900 damage, I'll switch to ice and pop him with a couple of ice. Yeah. Oh, let's refresh that. I did already check, and all of the components for the various big pots are very easy to farm, so I'm not gonna have any trouble with like morally in my own mind cheating those into my inventory, the components. I'll go and do a little loop like I kind of did on my first round where I like proved that I could farm it, and then I will then I'll just get 10 billion, because ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, number one. What could be wearing off? It's probably Shaburi that's wearing off, if I had to guess. I need to, I don't know if I wrote down like how long each one lasts. It's probably Howl's Shaburi though, if I had to guess. Ah, dang it. Always screws with me when someone puts their little mark there. Did I? Oh, I didn't do that. Okay. There we go. Hurt! Ah, jeez, already. See, I already lost the... Okay, freezing pot. Ah, jeez. I know his sequences pretty well, but I just, you know what I wasn't doing? I was not paying attention. And because I got distracted because I forgot that you have to do 2 ice pots. So I was doing one, and I was switching over, and then I was trying to switch back from switching over, and that was unfortunate. So 2 of these. Do I have enough? Yeah, I got enough components for everything. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think that Terra Magica is going to be... I mean, maybe it's worth it. We run up... Did I do that with Morgott? I think I ran up and cast it with... No, you know what? I was doing fire when we did Morgott. I was doing volcano pots, so... Did I do that with anyone, though? Did I run up, cast Terra Magica, and then... I don't know if that's worth it. This is one of those things where I probably just need to get good. I probably do not need to try and mess with the tech. I'm gonna do this first, then Hollow Shaburi. Oh, I'm not wearing the mask. Never mind. Just send it. Start over. I'm not wearing the white mask. You know, we're, I know I've said this a lot in the videos, but, we're shaking off the rust. Okay. Now I think we're ready. It's funny, each time I've gotten pretty close to getting him to a second phase, but I haven't done it yet, so, okay. Get somewhere where I'm not. See, the problem is that you go left, right, left, right, left, right. If there's a bloodstain or a message or something, then it screws with you going left, right, so. Okay, start with 2 of these. And then the second one. And then pre-workout. Golden Vow. Another stab. Owl of Shabubu. Contagious Fury. Sippy Break. Get in there. Switch the... Yeah, it's definitely the D-pad is a little weird on this thing because it's an old controller. And send it. And send it again. What? Where's that? What was that 2500? Was it a like counterattack thing? No, it can't have been. It's somewhere. Okay, I'm talking too much. Just lock in, as the kids would say. One ice pot. And a second ice pot. Ah, see? Remember what I said? Never roll away from that stomp. Never roll away from that stomp. It's a huge trap. So where did 2500 come from? Where did that come from? Am I missing one of my buffs? I definitely got 2500 one of those times. So Golden Owl, Halisher Berry. I'm wearing the kite shield and the red feather branch. Yeah. I've got Contagious Fury. I've got Seppuku on, which activates the White Mask and the Blood Exaltation. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. I mean, this thing has Magic Shroud and Cracked here. Is there something else that could be here? I don't think there's something else that could be here. Oh yeah, I was about to say, isn't this from the DLC? No, it's not. I guess Greenburst Crystal Tear is good, but like... Oh, I know why. Because my int is already above is at the hard cap. So why would I put int there? So I could do endurance for more stamina, but I could also do stamina recovery speed, which is so undervalued. It's so good. Okay, let's do this. Golden Vow. I'm gonna do the stab next. Hellish Berry. I think the stab might have to be last. Come on! Big money, big money! Seat 19, what the hell? I don't think I hit him with the first one, yeah. It wasn't really nobly fought, bro. Okay, I'm gonna do the stab last this time, like I've been doing in the sequence of spells. Kind of like I was doing originally. I mean, bubble tier might be a cool idea for my second flask thing. That might be a nice, like, being able to handle one hit like that. That might be nice. But if I've learned one thing, it's that your tech is not broken. You are broken. You just need to get good. Dang it. Yeah, this is schwacked now. It's fine. It's fine, we're still gonna continue this attempt. Yeah, there it is. Ooh, I definitely thought I was... Okay, so we just need to do hell. Oh, I can't believe I survived that. I was like, oh, I'm so screwed. Okay, gotta dodge. Dodge! And big pot. And big pot. Yeah! We're doing it, people. I wonder if his iciness persists through the cutscene. Yeah, we're gonna let this cutscene play, because I love Godfrey.
That will be all. Thou didst me good service, Sirach.
This isn't exactly a hot take, but I think that Godfrey should have been the final boss. I think aesthetically it's so much cooler of a boss than the Radagon Elden Beast. I'm gonna let this one play. It's been so long since I've let this one play.
I've given thee courtesy enough.
They should not have put a subtitle on that. Made it funny.
Now I fight as Horaloo. Warrior!
Alright, now we just have to dodge that initial grab. Okay, I'm not sure if it's... Uh-oh, this is bad! Yeah. I mean, look at that, though. He's down to a quarter. It's pretty cool. And my jellyfish shield was down. The question is always, mid-fight, do you take the time to reapply jellyfish, or do you just take the opening that you have, that you would have done that with, and just get in more damage? That's always the question. I never have time to look up in the top left-hand corner to be tracking which buffs are expiring. So that's always a question. That's always like a concern for me. I'm gonna pause this real quick to go check on a couple things. Okay, let's do a couple more attempts on this. I really do feel like, I mean, the math definitely adds up. Like, we're definitely able to do this. It is possible for someone to do it. The question only remains if I am that person. I have my littlest one on my lap now, so added another degree of difficulty. Yeah, the bubble tier is cool, but it's like, there's a certain part of me that just thinks, yeah, but you could have better stamina regen and just get good. And that would solve all your problems. So, we're gonna go with that. Ah! I'm gonna lose my... The timing on the 2500 pot is so tight that I think that a mistake like that is enough too. Yeah. Ah! Okay. He's grabbing at my face. I definitely can't do this with a teeny baby on me. Also, I want that. So it's an extra 800 damage if I can land 2 of those. An extra 800 on top of whatever, because it's more than it. It's an extra 1200. It's like a whole nother regular pot if I can land it fast enough. Because I'm sure it's now I'm sure it's not Howl of Shabiri. It's the Blood Exaltation that's wearing off. And if I get it with the Blood Exaltation, it's 2500. And if I get it without the the blood exaltation is 1900, so it's 2 pots. That's 600 each pot. That's a full 1200 extra. So, I mean, that's almost a full Academy Magic pot. Spicy Magic pot. Worth of damage. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, he is so interested. Okay. I'm gonna have to put you down, little one. Okay. We're gonna pause this and we'll go attend to these kids and then we'll come back. Alright. I wish I could let the exaltation last a little longer. I mean, I guess what I could do... No, I can't. I gotta do it this way. There's no other way to do this. Yeah, it's definitely... The D-pad's a little sticky and soft. It's not very clicky like the modern Xbox controller. Okay, we're gonna switch to freezing pots. These have to land, both of them, or else they're useless. Ah! Never, never, never. You're not supposed to do that. Okay, wait for it. This should do it. Yeah, but I think I died. Yeah. I felt the rumble of getting hit. So, I'm abandoning the freezing pots. I get 100 extra. 100 extra for 2 freezing pots. That's not worth the slots that they take. So, we're gonna go with these. We're just gonna have 10 of those. And I'm gonna focus on... The only thing I'm gonna reapply probably is the jellyfish. The other thing that the other tech that was brought in was so there's a equivalent to this white mask. The white mask gives a bonus when bleed happens. There's another one that there's another mask or helmet. It's the like black dumpling helmet that does the same thing but for madness. And then they added a talisman to go with it in the DLC. So I could, technically speaking, I could really crank this sucker up by activating madness. Like how much? Well, let's check it. How much do I have to do to activate madness? Is it just 2 casts of that? I think so. And then does that work with the... This still has to get me into... This has to not kill me. Oh yeah, so that would work. It's just that, how long does that last? Let me look it up real quick. Doing research on recording. Black dumpling. Oh, that's right. My internet's all schwacked right now. I love the word schwacked. Black duckling. How long does it last? For 60 seconds. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Huh. Yeah, that might be part of our... Yeah, madness. Hold on. Let me take a look. Surging Frenzied Flame, is that it? No, that's not it. What is it? Curing madness? No. Mitigating. Is immune. 3 fingers. Black dumpling. Maddening hand. There we go. So you could equip the maddening hand, which is a incantation casting thing. No, or is it not? No, it's not. I lied. It's a fist weapon. And the Age 1 Exaltation, which is the talisman I was speaking of, and the Black Dumpling. Those other two only last 30 seconds, and you could get a grand total of 37% extra. That's not bad. The Black Dumpling is definitely the best one because it lasts for 60 seconds instead of 30 seconds. And problem is that you have to grind it off of first generation Albinorics, and I just don't want to do that. It's like a 1% drop or something. Oh, yeah, it's a 0.5% drop off of the crawly, scary ones. I hate grinding. So we're gonna shelf that for now, but it is possible. It's definitely one of those things that might be added to our kit here. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to just reset this. I think the white mask only lasts 30 seconds too. The white mask and the Lord of Blood's Exaltation. And am I wearing, yeah, both. So I think it's only 30%? Or sorry, 30 seconds? 20 seconds! Dang! That is way too... Ugh, both of them are 20 seconds. That's why it happens at the very end. The stab is the last thing I do. Before... I mean, it's hard to, it's hard to do that last one. I have to switch it out because, you know, this has to be in the hand and this has to be in the hand, right? So I can't just have it ready to go. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. The tech is not broken. Here we go. Okay. Come on, 2,500. Yeah, I didn't get it. It's fine. Just need to get good. Oh! I forgot about that attack. When he left his axe in the ground, I probably should have known something was about to go down. I'm gonna try something a little crazy. I'm gonna mess with the tech. And before you start throwing full bottles of wine at the screen, I'm just gonna try something. Fine. I don't think the tech is broken, but I think I might be able to make it a little better. No, that's madness. That means I have to do this whole thing. Okay, I was thinking I'd do my last stab while I'm in there, like, on my run-up, but it means I have to do this whole thing. The equipment change mid-fight is absolutely something I'm not comfortable with. You know, I should start looking into what, I didn't really look into if any of the flasks would be good for us, too. If he zooms forward like that, I kind of lose out on the opportunity. Zoop! Zoop! Uh-oh. Ah! Dang it. Okay, so when he goes twirl, twirl, strike, I need to get to like a 90-degree angle to him so that I'm not in the path of that and I can keep whacking at him. Okay. It's very tight, but I've definitely gotten I've sunk 2 of those before, and it's worth it. It's worth it to try. I don't lose anything by trying that. It's not like I'm setting myself up in a worse way. That's definitely a better sequence. I changed the sequence slightly. I cannot believe he just missed. That was not me dodging. I thought I dodged that. See, and then, yeah. I need to be fairly far away from him. I need to be a solid, like, 15, 20 meters away to his left or his right to be out of the... The idea is, in general, when you're trying to do hitless, it's better to be not in the path of the attack than to rely on dodging through it. Just in general, because if I'm not in the way, then I can throw a pot. And if I'm dodging through, then that's an action. That's a thing I have to do with my stamina and with my time. Okay, so number 1. I would love for someone to compile how many times I've stabbed myself. But that's unlikely to happen. So we do this, and then we switch over to the shield as the next action. Then we stab ourselves. We want minimum actions in between the last stab and the first throw. And ideally I want to do this in the time that it takes to get through. See, that was close to perfect. Yeah, I was looking at that, and I had already, like, sent the signal for the next pot, and I was like, I think he might be a little too close. So the Lord of Blood's Exaltation and the White Mask are probably going to come in clutch when we are fighting, You know what? Tomorrow's problem. Don't need to deal with it. I was talking about Moog, but because I was thinking, oh, we're just going to be inflicting blood, and he's going to be inflicting bleed. If he's inflicting bleed on us, we're going to die. In fact, I don't think we can survive the Nihil, even when we're in hyper mode. Even with the like anti-Nihil black. Okay, and then we switch to shield, and then we stab. And then we switch to jellyfish. And the jellyfish lasts for a decent amount of time. It's just that, oh, dang it. Oh, I'm screwed. Oh, well, the exaltation wasn't even on. That's funny. Oh, jeez. Ugh. Okay, fine. Yes? Okay, we're just doing this one kind of straight. Ah, I thought I had time. And then that's when he does the rip up. No! Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. I learned something just now. When he does the swing down and then the rip up afterwards, it doesn't necessarily line up with where he did the slam down. He kind of rotated about 20 degrees. That's important to know for the hopes of just being in a different place instead of dodging. Because if I see his axe go down, I go 90 degrees to it, about 10 meters, 15, 20 meters, and then I just think that I'm safe. That's a problem. Not to mention the absolute clusterfuck that was the buffing there. Okay. Slightly out of order. Nice, we got two. We got two of the 25s. Wait, and dodge. Okay, cool. Traditionally, I've been very bad at... Oh, thigh gap! Okay, we should be out of the way now. See? See how he rotated? Also, another thing to keep in mind, the initial part of that attack releases a shockwave that I have to dodge through. So there is no dodging through that, or rather, there is no displacing away from that. And we're learning. This is the process of getting good. If you've never seen it before, this is what it looks like. I'm gonna try something a little crazy. Again, I say that a lot, but I guess I'm just not going to care about Lord of Blood's Exaltation. It's an extra, what is it, 20, 30%? Is it 30%? It's 20 and 10, yeah, so it's 30%. So what I want to know is, what's Terra Magica? We use Seppuku to get down to hyper mode range. Yeah, see, Terra Magica is 22.5%, so it's almost the same. We'll try it. We'll try it this time. Should have done this all first, but it's fine. So I'm gonna run up in Terra Magica and then throw. Okay, here's a good spot. Okay, so see 23. That's... I kind of didn't care about the outcome of that one. I just wanted to see. So it's pretty good. What I need to do though is rearrange this. like that. Yeah. Then that'll be just a little bit easier. I said down, and yeah, see, this is the... So I need to get a new controller. I've never actually blown all the way through a controller on like one game. But essentially that's what I've done. I blew through a controller on Elden Ring. I didn't blow through a controller when I did Dark Souls 2, the first time. Okay, so we're gonna do all 3 of these first, since we're not gonna try and do the exaltation. Okay, now we're in hyper mode, so we can put that away. Okay, I need to get out my staff. See, that's pretty good. I don't like being stuck in one place, but it's much more consistent than the, Definitely getting better damage numbers. Ooh, okay, and we're safe. We are safe. Okay, we're gonna do that. Oh, whoops! I forgot that one's a double. That one's the triple. I remembered that one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, but I forgot that his, you saw it. I don't need to describe this to you. That was good. That felt smooth. I liked that one. The, like, make sure you're standing here when you throw thing, it's not as bad as you think it is. It feels like be like, oh my god, I have to try and think about putting myself there. All it is it means that you dodge away from it and you dodge towards it. That's it. That's all it requires. It's really not bad. It's not bad. You can do it. I believe in you. Anonymous person who's watching this, probably years from now. I believe in you, and if I believe in you, then you can do it. I am kind of out of order here, or I think I am. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy sounding like an after-school special. Okay, let's see if I can hit him. It's the furthest I can throw, and then that's not as far, and then that's not really... Okay, and we are just doing terribly this time. Oh. Ah. Okay, so that shockwave, I definitely would have been hit by that shockwave if it was persistent to the whole map, kind of like some of his shockwaves are. Talk about bad aim, though. Whew. Makes me want to go over to my cursed one-hand-on controller, one-handed on mouse tech. Just realized that using tech in that way, I always thought it meant like technology, but I think it means technique. It makes way more sense. I mean, bad enough to stab yourself, but he also grabs the blade. Make sure he puts it all the way in. Like, in and in further! Okay, and now the timed ones. I do like it, though. I like the Terra Magica. Definitely feels better, like, As long as I can friggin' hit him! Yeah, I knew I was toast. There's a couple of ways he can go with that attack, or at least I think there is. I'm not always right about these things. And I kind of was just betting that he wouldn't do that. I didn't even have my shield out. Okay. I was wondering why I was getting 22 instead of 23. It's because I didn't have my shield out. Makes a little bit more sense. I wasn't going to mention it because it was only 100 damage. And like in the grand scope of things that happen in this game. Okay. Drink. Golden Vow. I think Jellyfish Shield might be a little bit longer than Howl of Shiburi, so we're going to do that. Oh, guess who didn't make more pots? Oh, this attempt is cursed. Just practice, then. And dodge, and put it in, and one more. Ah! Haha! Got him right in the crotch. If this is the one, I'm gonna lose my mind. Uh-oh, yep. If I hadn't been stupid right there, I mean, like, that could have been the one. Because I was down 4 spicy pots. You know, I said I don't think it's gonna happen today. Might happen today. Who knows? Might happen. You never know. It always seems like it's impossible until it's done. The backlogs guy says that. My whole purpose in doing this was to do this before the backlogs guy did it, so. Okay, let's do this. Okay, gotta remember to switch the pots. Oh, that sucked. And that also sucked too, just for the record. I don't like it when they dodge it, when they scooch out of the way. That makes me mad. What can you do? Definitely like the Terra Magica as opposed to the maybe getting the Lord of Blood Exaltation. Definitely like that better. So, yeah, basically I could go run, and if I could beat Moog, then I can go do a bunch of stuff and get some, like, a lot of boosts. Just the jar helmet, the bigger jar helmet is another like 10% or stuff like that. But I kind of want to see if I can get at least to the end boss without any of it. That's kind of my purpose here, and it's definitely possible. You guys are seeing it. Gonna put it a little bit further forward. this time. Oh yeah, baby. Again, he just missed. That was not me being clever. Okay, he did not do the... I think we're gonna put him into the second phase here. Nice. Oh, interesting. And... No. Oh! 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 I definitely think that... I wasn't gonna dodge the second one, and then I was gonna dodge the third one once I had dodged the second one. So, you know how it goes. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna have to do something off screen here for a minute, so let me at least like set myself up. And then I'll do the 3 of these, and then we'll pause it real quick. And for you, it will look seamless, but for me, some time will pass. And one more. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. Where are we at? Okay. Yep. There's definitely some wisdom in doing jellyfish before Howl of Shiburi, just because jellyfish may wear off faster, but I can redo jellyfish. I can't redo Howl of Shiburi. Bye, Gap. Yeah. It definitely would have splashed against his little crotch chainmail there. I'd love to see the hitbox on this guy. Famous FromSoft hitboxes. Fine. Really not bad. I'm acting salty, but I'm not salty. That's the key. It's okay to say salty things, but it's not okay to be a salty thing. I'm feeling good. I stepped away from this for a while just because there was too much going on. Like, too much going on. I was in nursing school, and it felt like doing this challenge was like work. It's just, even with like freeing myself from the drudgery of grinding, it still felt like work doing this because I was too close to it. So it's nice to feel kind of refreshed and back on this after completing the DLC. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we're on up, Terra Magica. Actually, bring out the shield in time this time. Whoops! That was not extra special cool. Uh-oh. Yeah. So that time, he did not miss, and I missed. One of the reasons why I always like this guy is that, like, most of the other bosses, when they beat you, they're like, you're a piece of crap. Like, the first guy, Godric, he's like, you're not even worthy of grafting. You know, you're a piece of shit on my shoe. You know, but this guy, when you beat him, he either says nobly fought if you beat him in the first, or if he beats you in the first phase, or he says, or I guess like when you beat him, he says the thing about how your strength befits a crown. Like, I dig that, man. I dig it. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. Can do it right here. Let's shield out. Ooh! Okay. Yeah, definitely another thing where his like AI for that move just sucks. It's unfortunate for him. Nice. Oh, jeez. That one was just a little bit RNG, because a lot of his moves give me enough time in between the moves to get something off. That move comes out pretty quick. But if you notice, because of my placement of Terra Magica, I was able to take that backstab jellyfish and fire off, and I got 2400 out of it because I was reapplying jellyfish. And I think Howl's Superior was still on, so I think that's definitely the play. My last couple pots in the first phase did not have jellyfish on, and I was only missing a couple hundred. So you look at every single one of the buffs and you're like, well, that one only gives you 200. Well, that one only gives you 300. That one only gives you 150. Yeah, but it's the fact that you have them all on. So you can't just say like, well, I'm not gonna do that one because it's hard. Because you need all of them together. And the more that you use, the better all of them become. Because of the way that they do the math. Okay, I'm gonna run up to like the third, right here, the fourth big box. And if he runs forward like that, I feel like if I just sit there, he won't do the dash forward. But maybe if I'll throw as if I'm expecting him to do the dash forward. And if he does the dash forward, then all is well. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to assume he's going to dash forward, because I keep missing him. Because I go over his head, because he dashes under it. Now, where is it? This is what I'm looking for. We're learning. I mean, honestly, the 3 Sukukus is a lot better than the, like, 6 blood slashes that I used to have to do the last time I was fighting in this arena for Morgott. Okay, yeah, we're ready. Okay, so 1 big box, 2 big box, 3 big box, 4 big box. Okay. B just did not press. That's alright. It's alright. That one was the controller. I'm gonna blame the controller for that one. Remove myself from liability. It's okay. It happens. It's kind of why I don't play. Don't generally play Deathless, because I like beating my head against the brick wall until it falls, not like going, okay, you get 1 shot charging at this brick wall. I've come close with Deathless. What I did was, if you haven't seen those ones, I set up like a save that I've been restoring with all the setup done without having killed any bosses or anything like that, with just like all the shopping list done. And that really increased my enjoyment of doing Deathless, because, oh boy, the setup, I'm not good enough to do it without like a huge amount of setup. And I did not like doing that over and over again. It was so not fun. Okay, and right here. Okay, maybe if I cast it and then I go back to this little mini square in between the third and fourth big box, or maybe I just cast it on the third and fourth mini box, because I'm so close to being out of the range of that first stomp, and I'd like to be out of the range so that I can fire that second pot off. Really like hyper perfecting the the first 15 seconds of the fight is definitely something that has helped in the past with these pots only. Don't like doing the head change in between in the transition. I feel a lot better not doing that. Okay, missed both of them, but that's fine. Yeah. Nice. Sometimes I get him down to a quarter. Sometimes I don't hit him once. Oh man. It really makes me want to go to mouse and keyboard, or mouse and grip. Mouse and controller. What madness is that? It worked for Niles, man. It was the only way I could beat Niles. It gave me such consistency with that fight. It's definitely one of those moments that I'll remember. It's inventing a new way to play the game just so that my stupid bullshit would work. I've never heard of someone doing mouse and controller before, so maybe I didn't invent it, but to me, I invented it. Oh, forgot my blue zippy. That's one of the few times you want to dodge away from that. Ah, that's not one of the times! Not only did I do it badly, I did it the worst way you could possibly do it. Going back and to the side means that you don't actually get as far back as you should to get out of the range of it. You end up in the corner of the cone. That's the absolute worst way to dodge that attack. So take notes. That was bad. Don't do that. And I've done it a couple times now today, and it's a little embarrassing when I see the direction I'm dodging in and I know that I just did that. Even if I survive it, it's like that was the worst way you could have done that. You deserve to die for just to learn the lesson. What's funny is that I loaded up the save and I got this view right here, and I thought, I was like, did I load up a save where I'm in the DLC? Because it kind of looks like the final DLC area too. No, don't switch actions. There we go. Oh, I hate that. I always heard it's kind of funny that, like, in these Dark Souls games, You are actually the villain, because they explain it a couple of different ways why like you can respawn, and they sort of explain it, that you're undead and that you just keep coming back until you turn hollow. Um, in Elden Ring, it's like your grace is tied to the air tree or something. It's basically the same thing. Like you're undead, you come back to life because you weren't really alive. So from the boss's perspective, you're just this like undead monster that keeps coming back to life until they die. Like that's definitely the main the antagonist of the story. All right, I got a couple more of these in me before I tap out. Get something done today. Agreed! Oh, and I didn't have my shield out. Especially with the addition of the Sekiro blocking tier that they added in the DLC, I definitely could do some nasty things with the parry mechanic. Not reposting and not counterattacking, but the parries that you can do, where you do a perfect parry and you take no damage from it. Oh, that could be so good for this build. The problem is I don't consider that legitimate, because the idea, I only use these shields because they both give me damage boosts. I don't use them for blocking, so it's not gonna work. The thing that was so upsetting about the DLC for me, two things. One, I was hoping for an extra ending to the game, and they didn't give you an extra ending to the game, to the main game, if you did the DLC. And then the other thing was, I mean, people can complain about the final boss fight. It's pretty chaotic and nightmarish. I don't know how you beat it other than the way that I did it, with a gigantic shield and hiding behind it the whole time. But I like doing the big great shield and big counterattack strategy. Like that's one of my favorite builds, a big paladin. And I saw that tier. It's like the first thing you get, the perfect parry tier. And I went, I don't parry. And I put it in my backpack. And I didn't realize how good it was until literally the final fight. And I used it in the final fight and destroyed Big Radon with it. So I didn't realize how good it was for my build, and I went through the whole DLC not using it, and that was really upsetting to me, because I should have been using it that whole time. But, you know, I guess I'll just have to go through again. The thing is that when I go through again, I don't generally like to go through playing the same build. I like to try something new. So, whatever. I'll probably go through again as a paladin, because that's who I am. Oh my god, the thigh gap is real! Yeah. That was so upsetting. And I keep forgetting to bring out my twin feather head shield, or twin bird. The other half of the red tier stone ring. I guess I should state, overall, I thought the DLC was amazing. I think that most of the criticism of it is not... I don't want to say it's not legitimate, but it's not something I'm going to give a lot of attention to. Like, it's too hard. It's like, well, it's a FromSoft game, bro. Like, they almost invented too hard as a concept in video games. There was even... I heard that this is kind of a hoax, but I also heard that there was a lawsuit in progress against FromSoft by saying that you made me pay $40 for a DLC. By the way, totally good deal. Or I think it was $40. It's bigger than most games that get sold for $70 nowadays, so that's not the problem. But they said you sold me this, and I can't play it because you need to get good in order to play it, and therefore it's false advertising, and you're selling me something I can't enjoy. And I thought that was the funniest damn thing. First of all, like way to out yourself as being bad. And then like, since when is that? I also heard that there was like that's kind of like sensationalized, like the whole McDonald's. Oop, I'm dead. The whole McDonald's hot coffee lawsuit is not what people think it was. The coffee was like super heated, like it was above boiling. It's like 400 degrees because of the way they were microwaving it or something, and it left the woman was like permanently disfigured because the coffee just like exploded all over her. And the McDonald's corporate lawyers were very good at making this into like, oh, she's doing this because coffee was hot. And there's actually a couple of examples of that where the sensationalized court of public opinion was carefully controlled. You know what? I'm gonna put this up here. Oops. No, I don't want that. Because I'm sick of doing that. And I'm not gonna use the gold chicken foot. I'm just not. I'm at the level that I need to be. Yeah. Where's my level again? 140. Yeah, 140 is enough. If I need more, I can go grind that bird some more. I don't need that anymore. It's good for like practice, is to have that up there so that when I'm playing normally, I could pop that at the end of a fight. But for now, we're gonna use that for our flask. So I don't know if that lawsuit is being, touted as this hilarious, frivolous thing or not, but because then I heard something else about how it's like, no, it's actually about how like there's game files that are not being utilized. There's whole parts of the game that are like shut off to people. But then I just wonder, it's like, well, when you bought it, did it say like it's gonna have 15 gigabytes of extra content? No, I don't think that was like in the like. Oh, that was bad. I'm playing bad. There was no contract that I am paying you $40 for 15 gigabytes of data. And then you look at it and it's like, oh, well, 3 gigabytes of that is encrypted or whatever they're claiming. That's not how that works. That's bull. I never heard anything else about it, so I don't even know if it was a true story. I'm just repeating stuff, feeding into the nonsense machine, I guess. All right, I'm gonna call it a day there. I do need a new controller. The D-pad stickiness is kind of messing with me a little bit. Enough that it's starting to grate on me once I'm like not being successful. Like, ah, stupid D-pad, that's the problem. It's not the D-pad, it's me. But when you start getting those thoughts, it's time to step away. I do need a new controller. I was thinking maybe I was gonna pick up a PS5 controller just because I have all of the FromSoft games in like PlayStation disc format, and I was thinking about picking up like a PS4 or something, an old PS4 or a now that they've got the new model of PS5, the older PS5s with the disc drives, they're going to be a lot cheaper at the pawn shops and stuff. So I was thinking about picking up one of those because I never played Bloodborne, and I want to play Bloodborne, and I've got Bloodborne now digitally. I own it digitally on PlayStation, which is funny because I don't own a PlayStation. And I've got all the other FromSoft games. I've got Dark Souls 1 through 3 and Elden Ring. I guess I should get Sekiro if I want to really be it that way. And I was just thinking, like, this is my kind of stupid, but like, this is the world ended. Internet's not a thing anymore. My computer's kind of hard to work out, like, but I can still play FromSoft games off my generator, and this, like, my box of pain, or not. That's kind of a silly reason. What I was thinking of is giving my kids, like, when they're you want to keep your kids off of video games, here's what you do: you give them Dark Souls 1 as their first game. Here you go, son. If they make it past the Capra Demon, they're gonna be the best gamers that have ever existed. But they probably won't. Not being mean to them, but, like, I think it's kind of cool. It teaches self-regulation. I've talked about that before. But to have that all, like, together as a console package, or like when I went on a trip once and I thought I was gonna be able to stream stuff from my PC to, like, the Steam Link. That did not work. Um, and so I'd like to be able to carry something with me that is, like, all in one. So I might grab. I don't know. I like the Xbox controller. I kind of more used to it. I've got, like, the rechargeable battery hot swap for it. It works better on PC in general because Xbox and PC are one. But I don't know. For now, the 360 controller is gonna do it for us. So, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you again soon.